Good evening, everybody. So glad to see all of you here with your scouts this evening at our first pack meeting of Cub Scout Pack 528. Now that your scouts are with their den leaders, having fun and learning something new, I'd like to take this opportunity to talk to you about becoming adult leaders or volunteers for our pack. It's not my pack, it's not your pack, it's our pack. Boy Scouts of America relies on leadership and support from volunteers. Now, volunteers come from all walks of life. Scientists, lawyers, doctors, realtors. I'm an active duty Air Force officer. And there's a breadth of experience from leadership. As leaders, we are responsible for developing our youth to become responsible, caring, and competent youth and citizens. Additionally, as volunteers, you have the opportunity to learn new skills and make lifelong friends while having fun. So my research is threefold. I conducted a survey of my fellow volunteers. I researched online, and just from my own personal experience. The survey consisted of one simple question of my fellow scouters, and it was, why are you volunteering? Why do you volunteer? As you see, I placed a handout in front of you, and you can refer to it as some general information about scouting. In addition to, if at the end of the presentation you're interested, I have a handout here with some additional information. Now, my research revealed 3 main points, and then there's a 4th point, but it's kind of a wrap-up of additional research that I found. So the first point, becoming a volunteer, is that you get to mentor your youth or your child. What better thing to do as a parent? Because as a parent, that is your prime responsibility, is to mentor your child. Now, scouting allows you to mentor your child through group and individual activities. There's also recognition and achievement. Scouting has been around for 110 years. So it's a time-tested program that is worth its weight in gold. Children need your guidance to become responsible citizens. Most of the activities are designed for families, and other activities are not. Your child might play soccer or baseball. You sit on the sidelines and watch. Or you can be a coach, but most of the time you're on the sidelines watching. Now with scouting, you are involved, hands-on with your child. Joy of volunteering is not also just helping others, but it's, like I said, it's being involved with your child. My personal experience, I've been involved with scouting for just a little over 5 years. I have 2 boys in scouting. I've had the pleasure of building a pine weird derby, showing my 2 sons on how to use tools, or I've taken them camping and shown them how to set up a tent and build a campfire. Those are lifelong skills that they can use. The second important aspect of being a volunteer is mentoring. Not just your own youth, but other youth. Young people need mentors today. Today's world is vicious out there, and what better way for you to set an example and lead youth and mentor youth by being a volunteer? Youth need to develop positive relationships with other adults besides your parents, besides you. Benefits are from constructive one-on-one interaction with adults. And scouting provides ethical and moral development, character development. And with that, scouts, your children, have the ability to make better decisions in life. Now, my personal experience is I've taken my sons camping, been able to teach them how to cook, how to use a campfire to cook food using a Dutch oven. I've also had the opportunity and pleasure of teaching other scouts the same thing, or just doing a good turn, what we call in scouting, kind of like what Kristen was talking about, doing something. Who are you going to be today? If you're walking outside and you see trash, you pick it up. You set the example. More is caught than is taught. The third is that you develop management and leadership skills. So from recruiting other scouts, adult leaders, from program planning, you develop these essential leadership and management skills that carry over into your professional life or your work life. My personal experience, before I was a scoutmaster, I was the committee chair. Committee chair was the individual that was responsible for the meeting that worked behind the scenes of setting up the program. It took a lot of planning, it took a lot of organizing, it took a lot of talking and communicating. So those skills also help me now in my job as an Air Force officer. So BSA relies on volunteers for support and leadership. Like I said, they come from a variety of backgrounds. 1.2 million volunteers are with Scouting right now. Are you going to be one of them? Hopefully you decide to become a volunteer and help shape tomorrow's future with today's children. Again, like I said, there's a handout there on the table. If you're interested, I have an adult application here ready to fill out, and a booklet that will provide additional details on Scouting and what it takes to be a volunteer, a leader of our youth. That concludes my presentation. I'm going to open up the floor for any questions that you parents may have. Kristen.
I'm a single mom, and I have a couple of sons, but, you know, can I, as the mom, be involved with Boy Scouts and have a role?
Yes,
like
you
that,
can.
you know?
Yes, we have a lot of mothers, single parents that are Scouting volunteers. There's a wide variety of roles that you can do. So you can wear this uniform, or you can be behind the scenes and do something along those lines of social media or posting, getting information out to the public. So there's a wide variety of roles, and single mothers, single parents are more than welcome to volunteer. It's not strictly for boys or men any longer. Christy, you had a question?
Yes. I have a 15-year-old autistic son who's not been involved in sports or anything. He's a little bit secluded.
Nope. Scouting involves children that have special needs as well.
So would this be an okay fit for him even though he's not been in any clubs before?
Yes, I think so. You could check out our pack. If our pack does not meet your requirements, there's other packs that are out there. You can search online, and some of them do gear towards special needs children. But if you have issues, I'd be more than happy to help point you in the right direction.
Great.
But yes, everybody is welcome. We do not exclude. Yes, ma'am.
What is the minimum age to join Scouts?
The minimum age just changed about 2 years ago. Now they allow kindergartners. So there's various ranks. Before it started with first grade, and it goes like first grade tigers, second grade wolves. Kindergarten now starts with lions. And that's what, about 5 years old? Attention span's quite short, but it can be a challenge. It takes a special person to be one of those leaders. Timothy.
May not speak English. How may join parent help? How?
You don't speak English, so how do you join?
Yeah.
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Simple. I could be more than happy to help you fill out the application. There might be other packs or troops, depending on what age your child is, that could gear toward maybe Spanish or other languages, but that shouldn't hinder you or your child from joining. Any other questions, parents?
How often does the club meet?
It depends on the pack, but our pack meets once a week. We have the den meetings every Thursday, and then the pack meeting is the fourth Thursday. So the den meeting is when the students or the child or the scout meet with their den leaders and do whatever activities PAC meeting is when everybody gets together, and that's when the scout receives their recognition and their achievements, once a week. And then there's sometimes outings on the weekends. Any other questions? All right, well, we're